Hey guys, how's it going? Brandon here, and before we get today's video underway, you guys, I just wanted to mention a few things, the social aspects of the channel that I want to be implying a little bit more, and I want to try and use them a little bit more. So down in the description down below, there are going to be 4 things that we're going to be using as a social aspect for the channel. One of them is that you can follow my Instagram, SuperSalamence93. It's going to be a bit more of a personal approach. I'm going to be posting little sneak peeks, maybe some thumbnails that I've been making, maybe some graphics that are coming to play, maybe some more personal pictures of me and out and about, so a little bit more personal thing. Another one, I mention it all the time, is you can follow me on Twitter at SuperSalamence93. I tweet over there a lot of just about different things, videos going live, my opinions about things. Again, you can talk to me over on there. We also have our community Discord, which you can join if you have Discord. All it is a click and you will be entered into the Discord itself, and there are little things like I put in there when I'm about to go live, or when a video, or I post videos in there. Again, sneak peeks, thumbnails, I get your guys' opinion on a lot of things. I try and talk to you guys as much as possible. It's more just a personal approach. And then the final one, I did just mention it about streaming. You can go and follow my Twitch. We are trying to stream a lot more recently. I've been trying to impact that more onto the channel a bit of it is over on Twitch, so it's away from YouTube. I did do it on YouTube for a little bit, but now the dashboard and the way that YouTube changed quite a bit. So we're over on Twitch, twitch.tv/SuperSalamence93. We're currently doing a Pokemon Leaf Green shiny badge quest. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically we catch a shiny before we take on any of the gyms. So it's full on shiny hunting. It's good fun. It's a nice chill stream. And we're also trying to 100% the original Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue team. I plan to try and go through as many of the Mystery Dungeon games as possible. I know they take a good long time, so I thought it'd be a good stream idea. There will also be other things that we were going to be streaming, but I also want your guys' opinion, and it'd be great if you could be there for streams and stuff like that. But with that said, you guys, that's just all I wanted to talk about real quick. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But with that said, enjoy the video. Hey guys, how's it going? Brandon here, and welcome back, you guys, to another Pokemon Team Builder. Today, we are kicking off the Team Builders for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. But today is Let's Go Eevee. Now, quick disclaimer, just to say, I know we've skipped over Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, but they will be coming very shortly. I just thought with the hype of the new games coming out, it's best for me to get these cracking while people are still fluent and interested in the game. It's coming into their heads and everything like that. But as you can see on the screen, disclaimer just to say that it's opinion based. If you want to change anything about the team, then go ahead and do so. It is your journey through the Let's Go games. And I can just tell you right now that the games with the candy system and the way that the game plays itself are very easy. You can play through this team. You can play through this game with whatever team you want. That's what I wanted to say there. But doesn't make the games any less enjoyable. They're still very nostalgic. They look and play amazing. It's just a massive nostalgia trip to all of us old players, and brilliant first experience for any new players. But with that said, let's get on with today's video. On to the first team member then, you guys, and we of course have our Eevee, as this is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. It wouldn't be the game unless I did actually say to use the Pokemon you get. You cannot evolve your Eevee, unfortunately, so you'll be using an Eevee throughout the game, but don't put anything down upon this little guy. He does have increased stats for the game though: 65 HP, 75 attack, 70 defense, 65 special attack, 85 special defense, and 75 speed. Very average, very normal, but like I said, it's just an Eevee. But like I said, with the game mechanics and the way it works, it will still be able to. You could solo the game with the Eevee or Pikachu that you get. With the moveset, we've got the Headbutt, Sappy Seed, Sizzly Slide, and Quick Attack. Headbutt and Quick Attack, of course, stab priority. And Sizzly Slide and Sappy Seed are 2 unique moves that your partner will get very hard physical attacking moves with grass and fire. So just take advantage of those when you can. Eevee's absolutely adorable. I think it's really good. Like I say, when I saw that it was going to be Pikachu and Eevee, I thought it was a very solid choice considering how loved Eevee is. Obviously how diverse the Pokemon is as well by the amount of times it can evolve. You can catch Eevees in the wild as well, so you can use the evolutions as much as you want. Me personally, I didn't use any evolutions in either of the games because I feel like Eevee being the main point of the game, I thought the only Eevee or evolution that we should have is our actual partner Eevee in Let's Go Eevee. But it's brilliant. From what I've seen, everyone seems to still use it in the team, even though it is, like I said, it can't evolve. So from everything that I've seen, everything I've heard, it still does the absolute finest of jobs. And is our first team member, of course, it's the adorable, it's Eevee. On to the second team member, you guys, we have the big bad Gyarados. I needed a water type to play through the game, and I remembered especially that you can get a Magikarp just before Mount Moon to help you through the game. And then of course it evolves into the big bad Gyarados. We've gone with Waterfall, Crunch, Outrage and Earthquake. Waterfall, Stab, Crunch, hard hitting, Outrage and Earthquake. You can't get Stab flying unfortunately in the game. Jolly Nature to boost up that speed. It's already at 81 but already at that 125 base physical attack. I did ask a load of people, I was asking around what mons that they used in the game and they found ridiculously strong, and apparently Gyarados rips through the game really well. Just the standard Gyarados, it just does the absolute utmost of damage. Like I say, Waterfalls, you're going to be getting those flinches. Crunch, Outrage for Lance, of course, with the Dragons. You're going to be doing well against it. Earthquake to avoid its Electric type weakness, which is obviously Quad weak to. And then Crunch, there's Psychics around around the region that are going to give you a little bit of trouble if you're not prepared for them, so Crunch is always there to help. We know how good Gyarados is. I've used it in teams before. I've started to use it a little bit more, and especially in the game since HMs, or as their special techniques called now, I think they're called, you don't need HMs anymore. So Fly is not a thing, so my flying type isn't guaranteed going to need to fly, which means Gyarados becomes a massive availability and a massive, one of the best water types that isn't a legendary by far. Is available to use, and if you haven't used Gyarados because you've been put off by Magikarp, you are a fool, because this thing's amazing and you should use it. And our second team member, it is Gyarados. On to the third team member, you guys, and just to let you know the order of the team, I again like I said, I haven't got first-hand experience with the game, so I am just going off basically what I did for the team. They may not be in catch order. I'm sure you guys can figure out using Google or everything like that the order they come in. But next up we have Rhydon, another one I've been watching people shiny hunt and going through the game, and I keep seeing Rhyhorns everywhere, so I'm like, yes, Rhyhorn is definitely going to be availability in this game for people to use, because Gen 1, this thing is a absolute monster. Rock Slide, Mega Horn, Thunder Punch and Earthquake, thanks to the Elite Trainers, or Master Trainers I believe they're called. They give you some pretty fucking solid TMs, and Thunder Punch is one of them. Thunder Punch becomes a TM, and this boy can learn it to get rid of that water type weakness. Stab, Earthquake is always absolutely fucking devastating. Mega Horn, because why the fuck not? Hard hitting bug type move again. Those psychic types will really fucking hit you hard. And then Rock Slide again, hard hitting Rock Stab, and I always prefer Rock Slide over Stone Edge because of that, just that better accuracy for minus that little bit of power. I always prefer, even though Stone Edge gets crits, Rock Slide can get the flinches, so it's personal preference, up to you. I personally just prefer Rock Slide just a tiny little bit more. But Rhydon is an amazing Pokemon in general. You're going to have an absolute blast if you haven't used one already. Okay, it does evolve quite late on at 42, but you're going to get it right at the right time around Giovanni, around the Elite Four, and it's just going to evolve, and suddenly you're going to realise how much of a beast this fucking thing is. It's our third team member. It's amazing. It is Rhydon. Moving on to our fire type of the team, and our fourth team member, we have the exclusive of this game. We have Ninetales. Once again, Ninetales and Arcanine have been exclusives to the game. So Eevee, your version exclusive is Ninetales, but there's no, I can't talk about version exclusives. The only thing that I didn't do in the game, of course, like I said earlier, is trade evolutions. So there's no trade evolutions that I put in the game. If you want to go ahead and use them, by all means, these are for people that want to use the games for the first time. They don't need the ability to trade. It's just a team that they can pick up and go with. Ninetales is fantastic. Evolves via Firestone. We know how good this thing is. 100 base speed. Special defensive is very good as well. We've got Modest Nature to boost up that 81 special attack, just to give it a little bit of a boost. We've gone with the Dark Pulse. Solar Beam, Nasty Plot, Flamethrower. Solar Beam is the only move that, looking in it, I may have changed up differently, just simply because Sunny Day is not really a thing in the games from what I could see. Flamethrower is always going to hit hard from a Ninetales, it's Stab, and it's just a beautiful mod. Like, looking at it now, got the nice HD sprites as well, and they just look absolutely fantastic. And you just appreciate the beauty of it. Of course, stone evolutions aren't a problem in the games, considering Celadon City, the Mart, the big convenience store, as they've called it in Celadon City, sells all the stones. So you should have no problem there getting yourself a Ninetales. Getting up one Nasty Plot, Flamethrowers will absolutely obliterate, of course, unless it's resisted. But then, of course, if it's like a rock type and you have the chance to go for a Solar Beam because it's going to go for something stupid like Defense Go or Rock Polish, you're just going to absolutely obliterate it afterwards. It's a fantastic mon. It's a great fire type. Everyone loves it. It's a beautiful Pokemon. It's our fourth team member. It is Ninetales. On to the fifth team member, you guys, and we have Magneton. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to be saying at this point, oh, I'm going to go with Jolteon, because I know how much love Jolteon gets from Generation 1, and trust me, I know. But with the Eevee, I didn't want to do dual, it's like dual species, if that makes sense. I didn't want to do species, because we've already got the Eevee. I've gone with Magneton because the steel typing in Generation 1 is very good. This thing gets access to Thunderbolt and Flash Cannon and Tri-Attack, and also gets Thunder Wave. This thing's already 70 base speed, being able to slow things down and guarantee that outspeed. Hitting with a 120 special attack is going to be great. I know, of course, we would normally get Magnezone, and you guys know how much I love Magnezone, how much I've used it in teams before, but don't put past Magneton. This thing, like I said, base 120 special attack, 95 defense. It can take a hit and hit back really hard. If you want to change out for another steel type or another electric type, by all means. I just thought it was a very interesting choice to go for and a very underlooked choice to go for. But like I said, it's your team. You can do whatever you want. I think Magneton's a brilliant choice to play through the game. If it's not your cup of tea, then that's fair enough. But I thought it was brilliant. With Thunderbolt and Flash Cannon, it's going to do everything you need to do. And those water types really ain't going to know what hit them. It's a fantastic mon. If you haven't used one already, highly recommend you do so through Generation 1. It is Magneton. And now on to the final team member, you guys. We have Exeggutor. Now, the reason I've put this guy in your team is, if you guys don't know, I try to reply to as many comments as possible. And I'd like to say, as of late, over the last few months, I've replied to every single comment that I've received. And looking back through the teams, obviously there's comments from like a few years ago from when I've released these team builders. A lot of you guys played through Fire Red Leaf Green and you used Exeggutor. So I was looking through the team and trying to put the team together. And I was like, oh, a Psychic type wouldn't be too bad. I haven't got a Grass type either. Exeggutor. You guys seem to absolutely love this thing. The only downside I'd say to this thing in this game, and that's it's either Solar Beam or Mega Drain. If Energy Ball was a thing, then it would be straight on there. But Solar Beam, Psychic, Sludge Bomb, Leech Seed. You're able to, of course, stall out a little bit with Leech Seed, get some HP back. Sludge Bomb's always nice just for a bit of coverage. Psychic, hard-hitting Psychic type move, and Solar Beam for your Grass Stab. If you want to drop it out for the early game, I believe Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu is Oddish and Vileplume, and Eevee is Bellsprout and Victory Bell. The only reason I didn't go with Victory Bell over Exeggutor and went with the Poison is because Victory Bell is physical, and I already had 3 physical attackers in Eevee, Gyarados and Rhydon, so Exeggutor just worked out a lot better in my opinion. You could also look at getting a special Venusaur, but already I didn't really want to go with the starters. I feel like going with the starters. I did use one starter in the Pikachu team, spoilers. So I could have gone with Venusaur. If you want to go with Venusaur instead, you can get it early on. It's Viridian Forest as well. It's completely, like I said, it's completely personal preference. I've just gone with Exeggutor because so many of you guys use Exeggutor through Fire Relief Green. I thought I'd make some smiley faces by doing that. If it's not your cup of tea, like Magneton or any of the other Pokemon, like I said, it's your journey. The games aren't going to be that difficult. It's just a fun team. Use what you like. It looks fantastic. I'm so jealous that I haven't had it. I've played it. I actually have played it. I played it EGX. But the fact that I haven't got my own copy and everything like that, I'm really jealous, and I will be getting one hopefully very, very soon. But the final team member, it's fantastic. Haven't used one, make sure you do, because even in-game, before Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, this thing was fantastic, and its Alolan form's hilarious. It's our 6th team member, it is Exeggutor. Okay then you guys, so that is going to be the team for our Pokemon Let's Go Eevee team, but I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Let's quickly go through that team one more time. We of course have Eevee, Gyarados, Rhydon, Ninetales, Magneton, and Executor. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button down below for me if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you are new around here. And make sure to let me know your teams for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu in the comment section below. I'll do my very best to get Pikachu out in the next few days or so. Also, check out the playlist in the description of the other team builders we've done for all the other games so far. But with that said, you guys, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!